Hello everybody, good morning, cheers. Oh, that's nice. I made it extra strong today. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a better start to your day or end to your day than I am. Oh boy. I just wasted the last 20 minutes trying to get rid of this shiny patch on my head. It just can't look at, like I look at myself in OBS, right? As I'm streaming, like to look at the camera, to look at you, I have to look at me. And it just, I hate it. I've been turning the lights on and off, and I've been tweaking the filters in the camera. I've been trying to, I don't know what else to do other than stick a post-it note on my head. Anyway, hi. Yeah. So sorry about last week. It was a sick house. I've still got a bit of a runny nose, so I've got my tissue box nearby. I'll apologise in advance if I don't manage to mute in time. Getting the tissue to my nose is much more important than muting. But yeah, slowly getting better. Did I try sandpaper, Graham? No, I can go get some. I was thinking maybe I can just get some blue painter's tape. There you go. Solved it. Excellent. We're out of dust is pretty mad. Dust. Lockie, how you doing? You got COVID? Are you? Was it a bad one? Is it? Not your first time, right? Surely it couldn't be your first time. But yeah, John mentioned on his stream that he had COVID. It's the new me. I should have put like a smiley face on it or something, or it's just a shiny. It's just different shiny now. That was your first. Okay, that. Yuck. Wow. Okay. So hopefully it's mild, and you'll bounce back. And there's a barbecue next week because I've got it in my calendar to go to the barbecue next week. So okay. Gonna say hi to folks in chat before I forget. Antonio, good morning. Young by Prime, hello. Christian, hello. Spooks Wood, ta-da. Moo. Who is Spooks Wood? Is Spooks Wood new, or is Spooks Wood just a different name for someone else? Mr. England, hello. Moo the 4th. Moo the 4th? We're not. That's the 9th. Anyway, RJ, hello. Vancouver, Canada. Graham, good morning. Mr. Who, Loki, hello. Peter, good morning. Lucky, Johnny, hi Johnny. Jeremy, hello. Mad Techie, Luminator, hello. David Hertz. Beata, hi. Ian, hello Ian, how are you? X-Micron. Brad,
HMS
hello.
says I was the 4th to say moo. Grinning face. On a Star Wars Bing watch again.
Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Just the fact that I went straight to Star Wars, like, how ingrained is that now? Just terrible. So before I get started, let's wait to see if anyone else is going to join. YouTube stuffed up my thing again. They didn't send out any broadcasts, apparently. I mean, the stream is public, but like you can see it if you search for it. The bad mink. The bad mink. That's a reference to something. Okay, were you called Spooks Wood before? I don't know. Maybe it's a new icon, a new avatar. I don't know. Is that a new episode? Is that episode 10? The bad mink, Johnny? You got a 30-minute warning, David? Okay, interesting. But people weren't getting it in their feeds when I published it, which they should have done. So I don't know. Just YouTube doesn't like me anymore. On a happy note though, it only took me a year and a half, but I finally went past 25,000 subs. It took me a year and a half to go from 24 to 25,000 subs. How demoralizing is that? But I did. What? Beata's new handle. Oh, didn't even see that. Beata the bad mink. I thought you were talking about a Star Wars episode, because we were talking about, you know, like Star Wars. Anyway, you know, like the Phantom Menace, the bad mink. Anyway, I need to get more sleep. So anyway, yeah, exciting. So pity you don't get a play button for 25,000. At this rate, it's going to take me, 100 years to get to 100,000. But that's okay. I'll stick around for it. Maybe. Yeah. So, for those that missed it, you couldn't have if you saw the thumbnail. I just took it way out of the camera focus. I have this. Da-na-na. I still have to... What? You haven't looked at the code yet? Yombo. Terrible. I should actually do that. Okay, now I've lost where it was in the center. I'm gonna have to see if I can recenter it. There you go. The DSLR doesn't like the shifting of the brightness. It's gonna, see, blow out, whatever. Keen, good morning. Good morning, Keen. Keen was in hospital yesterday, but he's home again. He had a wireless mesh network installed in his body to do both wireless reception and key charging. Yeah, pretty cool. He's the state-of-the-art human being now. You can't rate your reach 0 subs in 800 years. Filled abdomen with CO2 and then used you as a laser cutter? What? No. Not sure why I was showing that Bad Wolf from Doctor Who. I don't know why it's showing it either. Okay. So, it looks like people not gonna get a much bigger stream than that today. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's so this is using, okay. That was the version from not last week, the week before. These were the 3mm acrylic bits. I found 4.2mm ones. They were quite expensive, unfortunately. Hello, Mr. Cogswell. Now I want French fries. Sure. Would you like French fries with that? So I found this new acrylic, and it does look better. I'm able to keep them straighter when I cut them. So as you can see, they're still not quite perfect. I'll get it right over the top. Some of them bow slightly, like that one there. The problem is that when I cut them, they're much harder to cut. The extra 1.2 millimeters actually makes a big difference because of the focal point of the laser. And so what happens is, very frustratingly, they do a combination of cutting, like, just move out of the way, just the lighting, like this. So here's a piece here. As you can see, it looks really nice. Yeah. And here's another piece. This one, on camera, you can't really tell, but maybe on this camera you'll be able to tell, because my thing's adjusting. Probably not. What can I put it against? Okay, this is dirty. It's got stain marks on it. It's got flame out marks on it. Let's go back to here. I don't know how I'm going to show this easier. Maybe if I put it on black. So that's a clear one, and look at this is you might be able to see on the angle, it's dirty. Bloody cameras, terrible. So what it means, so the thing is, these can be cleaned, but they're going to be washed individually. And so I laser cut a lot of them, enough for 5 kits. So there's 81 in a kit, right? No, I can't do macro on this DSLR. I'd have to change the lens. There's 81 in this, and so that's a lot to cut. So like I'm doing sheets, A3 sheets, because I couldn't get any bigger than A3 sheets, and about 60% of them were dirty. So what it means is, you think, okay, maybe not a big deal, but if I take out this one, I get out, and I put a dirty one in, you'll see that it really, if I can get it in, so some of them, again, because of the way they cut, will go in one direction but not another necessarily, or in one spot and not another. Great. So let's find a different spot. Okay, you might see now, but you might not see the color on it. Nah, the camera blows it out. Anyway, the color is darker, is duller, so the dirtiness affects the vibrancy coming through. Okay, showing you on with the DSLR is pointless because it changes the exposure to compensate. But anyway, the point is, I'm hand washing them, which, you know, when you talk about, you know, trying to keep costs down, hand washing these pieces is not a great way to keep the cost down. Can I focus that again? So anyway, that's a bit of a bother, and it's happening because as it's laser cutting, because if I go too slow, then the pieces bow, and I can't double cut them, as in I can't go around multiple times, because then you can see, you don't get nice clear edges. You can see where the laser has marked it as it's going double the way through, or however many passes through. Because for those that aren't aware, a laser, let's go back to here, a laser doesn't cut straight down. It actually cuts, I'm doing it this because that's the shape it makes, I can't do it the other way. It actually goes like this, where it's closer in the middle, and so it bows down, it's like an hourglass. And so when you're cutting, the idea is to try to get the thinnest bit of the laser, the focal point of the laser, in the middle of your piece, right? But what it means is, as it's going multiple parts through, you're hitting the edges on different angles, and so you get like a funky pattern on the side, which doesn't look great. So I can't do multiple passes, and I can't do it too slow because it warps the acrylic. And so what I have to do is lift the power higher. So we'll get to CNC in a moment. CNC is not viable, but I'll explain that in a moment. So what I have to do is use more power than less power, so I don't spend too much time on the part, which, as you saw, can do some really nice pieces. What it also does, though, is because of the extra power, is it flames up underneath on the grill that it's all sitting on. And so it doesn't flame up everywhere, but where it does flame up, I mean, nothing catches fire. I mean, it is fire, it's flame, but there's air assist, which pushes it away. But it discolors the acrylic. It leaves like little brown scorchy marks on it, which you can't see. Anyway, it's frustrating. And so they do clean off. Like I can just, with my finger, if I wet it and I rub it, it comes off. But I'm not going to sit here doing that with my finger on every single one. And I tried ultrasonically cleaning them all yesterday. Thought, oh, I can ultrasonically clean them. But that 15 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it only took off like maybe 10% of it. So I sat there at the sink, stood there at the sink with some soapy water, and I was literally cleaning every single one of them. So I don't know how that's going to be sustainable. Hang on, I missed all the chat then. View of the LED somehow reminds me of 70s film Logan. Yeah, Logan's Run. Love Logan's Run. It was great. And the series that they did, which is pretty cool. Wasn't quite as good as the movie, but yeah. Bruce is late. Forgot what day it was. It's okay, I forgot what year it was. Hello and good morning, says Sean. Hello, Sean. Good enough for Australia. Time to design a washing machine. Well, someone mentioned, Matt, Pro Engineer, mentioned putting them in a dishwasher, but I'll never find them again. Precise cleaning with a cotton swab. Yeah, that'll take a long time. So CNC, the problem with CNC, firstly, is it's way slower to cut. Like it would take 5 times longer to cut a sheet. And it would be, I'd waste half the sheet. So with a laser cutter, I can literally just do individual cuts and then cut the top and the bottom, and I've got pieces. With a CNC, I'll lose all the material in between, right? And it also won't guarantee to give a smooth edge on it. So I'll end up, and I'll just get gunk everywhere, and I'll gunk up lots of end mills, and I can't do a sheet that big on my mill. And anyway, there's lots of reasons why, for me anyway, on my machine, like a CNC, doing it with CNC won't work. Like it would if I was just making 5 bits of something, but I need to, every kit is 81 pieces. And that's a whole A3 sheet cut up into strips. So yeah, CNC isn't really an option, unfortunately. It does, having started on the weekend. Clear sheet and call it problem solved. Yeah, I wish I could do that. Make everyone cut their own pieces. Need a video of... Nah, it's not that exciting, really. It's laser skid marks, basically. Yeah. Hey, wagon loads. Not feeling good. Sorry to hear, mate. Sorry to hear. Hang on. Bear with me a second. You're not there, anyone? Lucky I've got a swivel chair. Sido, make me coffee. That's, I wish I could do that. Hey Peter, how you doing? Wondering whether low flow CO2 nitrogen purge may help. Nitrogen might, but my laser can't do it. And my laser's shit, like I really want to, like it's... Anyway. No, I tried ultrasonic cleaning them, didn't work. And dishwasher, yeah, I'd lose them. Like I'd think about it. what would I put them in? Anyway, need water cooling for mechanical cutting, plastic sucks to machine. Yeah, wouldn't want to do it with the mill. Anyway, so I also got new... It seems that I was out of the matte finish. Hang on. Oh, am I going? So this is using the matte surface, which is really nice. It's matte on one side, it's glossy. Oh, don't fall out. It's glossy on the other side, so people would have a choice if they wanted to have it reflective or not. The one I used a couple of weeks ago, I accidentally cut. It was see-through. It's that tinted black, which is a really nice acrylic, but it doesn't really work with this. Like, it makes it too chaotic, I think. And designed new cases. So I listen to everyone. Surprise, like really, I never do that. I never take advice from anyone. And because I had to fix the ground issues on the bottom. Do you remember the issues with the bottom LEDs that I hand assembled where there was no ground on them? Idiot, Sion. Well, I fixed that. And then while I was at it, I added a MEMS microphone because people asked for a microphone. And I added a Stemma QT I2C connector so people can plug a whatever in, an I2C device in there, or they can use the pins for whatever. And on the bottom, I also broke out some extra pins. Why am I showing you on that angle? I also broke out, because there's battery charging on the OMG S3, I didn't put a battery connector because there's no space for one. Not without making everything bigger, but I broke out the pads for VBAT and ground. I broke out 3.3 volts, and I broke out two more IO 10 and IO 11 for people that want to hack it and do stuff. Hey, Christopher. So you've got basically there's 4 IO broken out, 2 through here, 2 through here. This one's a Stemma QT for like I2C, so 3.3 volts and ground as well. And then IO 0 is also a button now that you can use. So like for instance, I've got IO 0 currently hooked up to change the pattern. So yeah, you can, I guess, do more with this now. And I think this one might have, actually, let me unplug this if I can. Wow, I can't unplug it. What's going on? All the boards come pre-flashed with a FFT example, which, yeah, that's the microphone working. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't look so good without the acrylic. There you go. Ah. Anyway, can someone just stand here and hold all the acrylic pieces on? We're going to be putting wet paper towels under the acrylic. Wet paper towel. No, not in the store yet. I don't even know what I am pricing them at yet. Don't ask me. I don't know. Because I don't know how I'm going to make all the kits. So I've started making kits. Like, these are all the pieces for a kit. So you got the board, the case, 3 bits here, all those stems, and there's a whole bunch of hardware in there, like screws and standoffs. I don't even know how I'm going to ship them, and I don't know how I'm going to price them, because this acrylic is really expensive. And if I'm going to have to stand and clean every single piece, then I don't even know if I'm going to ship them, right? Well, you can't laser. How are you going to laser cut your own bits? I know you got a laser cutter, but what? I can't supply you the acrylic to cut your own pieces because it comes in big sheets, and I can't break it down and ship it because then you won't be able to cut it exactly the size. You know what I mean? So. And if your tolerances aren't the same on your laser cutter, the pieces won't fit together. Anyway, it's an 80 watt laser. It's not the it's a CO2 laser. It's not the power of the laser that's the issue. And various color thicknesses. Okay, well you can cut your own if you want to, but I'm not going to sell it as with and without acrylic. Like, you know what I mean? That's going to be a complete kit. It's too much work for me to You know, someone wants it with this, and someone wants it with that, and someone wants it with that. It's yeah, too much effort. But I'll work something out with you, Keen, if you want. That's fine. So anyway, it does look pretty cool. I went back to the 3 layers. It helps keep everything straight. With the 2, like I was doing, make things wobble too much. Maybe I can get away with 2, I don't know. I have a blue one. Blue, I don't know what you mean by blue one. Oh, you mean your laser? Mine's it's a black and red 80 watt. And look, the laser tube has done a lot of hours, and it probably needs replacing. I mean, it works, but it probably needs replacing. It's not a great laser cutter. I have a plan for replacing it, which I can't go into right now, but that's been postponed for the moment. So, yeah, at this stage, it's all I've got. Try a version with acrylic rod. Acrylic rod is extremely expensive. It's like massively, massively expensive in comparison. So these sheets are $14 a sheet, and I can only get 4.5 kits out of a sheet. So 14, 4.5. So that's like, you know, plus the black acrylic and the 3D print, you know, there's like $10 worth of just stuff there, not including my time to cut it all, right, and whatever. Anyway, it's I like The Simpsons pushing up the price of. Yeah, I should use those green glow rod, nuclear rods from The Simpsons. Hey, Mr. DIY. I even thought about the company I get the acrylic from, seeing if they'll cut these for me, cut them in strips. The other thing is I can't cut them with the paper on. I have to cut them with the paper off. Well, I can cut them with the paper on. The problem with cutting with the paper on, that might make it less dirty, but it also takes 100 times longer to peel all the paper off. And it doesn't leave as nice a finish on the ones that are clean. So, anyway, things to solve, but I'm hoping to have these in my store next week, at least some of them. Yes, I can let the customer peel the paper off, like I will be doing with these ones, right? But peeling the paper off 81 of these is nasty, like it is. How do I know? Because I've done it many times. I did it for these, and I did it for these, and I did it for, I've got a whole stack of them where I've had to sit there peeling all the paper off, and you know, it leaves residue, and it's not fun. So yeah, exactly, let the customer do it. Like punish them for buying one of my kits. Thanks, Stephen. It is pretty cool. It's just, you know, more bling. More bling. I just realized. Oh, it's not. So I thought it was leading on the USB cable, but it's not. What, you can get the acrylic covered with plastic. Happy to supply some. I've not found the 4 point. Can you? Is it? I need 4.2 millimeter clear acrylic. If you like in A3 sheets, my printer, my laser cutter can go bigger. It can do somewhere between A1 and A2. But my laser itself doesn't cut straight on all the way to the front and all the way to the side. The gantry's boat or whatever. Yeah, these are all. It's all. Well, yeah. So the 4.2 for me is including the deviation. Like it's 4.1 millimeter. Well, anyway, whatever. So my aim was to play with some code today on this. So I think we should play with some code on this and make it do stuff. Although the question is, what are we going to make it do? What can we make? I'm doing it all in Arduino because, well, yeah, I guess because people are scared by Platform IO, and people are very unhappy with the whole what's happening with Platform IO with expressive support for 3.x and whatever. Next batch will be almost different thickness. Well, I bought a bunch of it, and it's all from the same batch, so I'm hoping they'll be platforms scare me. At least for this lot. But yeah, I don't know. And the other problem is I've got this many. I've got 2 in use at the moment. I've got this one. I'll take one out of here when I was testing. But I've got this many boards I've made, and that's all I can make at the moment because I'm out of OMG boards, OMG S3 boards, because Mauser just wiped me out, which is great. But I couldn't even fulfill their order. I've got more parts coming. So for the moment, I can't make any more of these boards anyway, so I can only probably put about 10 of them in my store. Type in the name on top of your file. What? Typo in the name at the top of...
HMS says Platform IO is great. Is the developer remembers to add the correct libs to the INI file.
That one. Okay, cool. Thanks, Aaron. Fixed it. Yep. Light. I've probably done it there as well. I have. There you go. Right. Well, there's PIO Arduino, which has got latest support 3.05, which I've had a bit of a play with. But not everything works in that. So, for instance, Fast LED hasn't been updated to work with 3.0. So you can't use Fast LED, which means you can't use WLED. Like, you know what I mean? It's still a mess. It's really a mess. I understand why Espressive, like they had to make these breaking changes because they had to move to IDF 5 point whatever, which had breaking changes. But they should have, the plan was to always make it backward compatible, to put wrappers and fallbacks in there. So older things still worked and it gave people time to transition, but they didn't do that. And so they broke so many things, or so many things broke in the process, and people aren't in a hurry to fix it. Like, I don't know why Fast LED, unless I haven't looked in the last few weeks, but like when I was working on RGB Touch, I used Fast LED for the visuals because it's got some really cool things in it, and I couldn't compile in Platform IO with the 3.0 stuff. So let's hang on. GitHub and Fast LED. I don't know if this has been updated or not. 2 weeks ago. Let's see what. Hey, Simple Electronics. What 80Tiny85 support for Fast LED? That is crazy. Okay, so no mention there of 3.0. Last month. Oh, split the USB for maybe that will help. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone find any Prime? I bought one thing on Prime, but I was going to buy it anyway. It was in my shopping cart. I had forgot to order it, and then forgot about Prime Day, and there was 15% discount on it. But it was just a 1 terabyte thumb drive. But other than that, didn't really go looking. So do clear 3D prints. Yeah, 3D printing doesn't look good. You can't print acrylic, like, yeah. Hey Christian. I can't see, like, I want to see if there's any I don't even know what to search for. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it'll work now. Anyway, if anyone knows, let me know. Hey Quindor, hey, do you know, Quindor, if the if WLED and or fast LED works with the Arduino ESP32 3.x core stuff yet? Because I'd like to, like, I'm still running here the old core, which is really frustrating. Anyway, whatever. So I started playing with, they're still on the old core. Yeah, I don't know if Moon Modules, I was looking at Moon Modules yesterday, because I was looking at their active, their audio active stuff. No, I'm talking about for Platform IO, like that's what I'm saying. So, is it W? God, there's so many WLED things now. Yeah, I don't know, too hard. This is such a big project now. So I was looking at the Moon module stuff the other day because, Cogsy, you still in the chat? Let me find this 1 second. Bling, where's Bling? So I'm just going to download this and play it. I'm going to probably get, oh god, yeah, I'm going to get, what do you call it? I need to turn the volume down because I'm going to get copyright struck from the music playing on it. But Stephen Cogswell put this on in Discord. He got, so this is audio reactive stuff. I'm not going to, I don't want to get in trouble. This is basically, this is playing on Bling using the Moon Modules WLED version. And it's pretty cool. And so I thought about getting this working on on the Light Crystals thing. So they're both in W. So then what's the difference with the moon module stuff? It's just all this, just too hard to follow now. Stuff like that looks awesome. Really like it. And so he's got an override, a platform IO override for that. And I thought of doing that. Some bleeding edge custom add-ons they like to program. Yeah, I know that they put stuff in there that's more advanced, whatever. But and assume it just all gets rolled back at some point. But I don't know what of this is specific to moon modules that isn't in WLED, and what of it is in WLED. So yeah. But obviously, getting a WLED set up for this going would be useful potentially for people. Hey, Cable Tie. Okay. Cool. Good to know. So, like, maybe we should try to get that working. Should we get I don't know. Like, I've been forever since I've done any WLED stuff. Actually, I might even have it in a repro already. Wouldn't that be crazy? Do I need to? I don't know if I need to compile or not. I'm assuming there's so I don't even know how to install it if I'm not compiling it, if I'm not building it. I haven't used WLED for years. Okay, let's look at this. Install WLED meeting. Don't I need a release for oh right, I need to be on Chrome. Don't I need a release for my specific board? Plug ESP into USB port. Install. Okay, so let's try it. So connect. Let's see if we can do WLED on this. Sure, why not? Yeah, I mentioned the PIO Arduino before, Bruce, but the problem is not everything's compatible with it. Hey John, how you doing? No, daylight savings changed on the weekend, and I actually meant to start the stream half an hour later, so like at 7 o'clock AM for me instead of 6:30. Okay, Keltai, thanks for letting me know. I always, when I was playing with WLED ages ago, this is before they had official S3 support even, you had to build a profile for your board. Wait, didn't I just install WLED? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah,
Intermit Tech says on phone, look for WLED app and join it to your Wi-Fi network.
Yep, doing that now. Yep, sorry. Got my phone open. Wi-Fi. It is not appearing. Do I need to reset it? Nope, nothing coming up. Fresh again. No, definitely did not work. Let's get some serial output. I wonder if I can... That's what I'm saying. Like in the past, I've always had to... Okay. You can see the USB... Oh yeah, it's boot looping. So yeah, that didn't work. So, and in the past, that's what's always happened for me. If I didn't do a specific build, let's just do a normal release, auto reactive. The SIS2 and arrays, your ESP32S3 board is not supported. If I do a non-beta, if I put it in download mode, oh hang on, should I leave that open? Didn't mean to. Oh, cancel, install. Connect. Yeah, so can't use the official release. Let's try this again. Yeah, so I've always, in the past, I only ever built from source. And I had to set up a specific board for it. Which is why I stopped playing with WLED ages ago. Okay. Reset it. And boot looping. Yay. Okay, so no WLED unless I do it from source. Let's put this back on for now. Well, that sucks. So this is using the S3 Pico chip. So maybe it's that. It doesn't like, it's not configured to work with that. Yeah, I don't know. What I was looking at was okay, I've got really old WLED here. No, that's going to be really old. From when? Oh, February 2024. Yeah, I don't know. Let me... Sorry, just hold on 1 second. GitHub, unexpected maker. Hey Matt, how you doing? Repositories. WLED. Did I actually? I did. Okay, let me... update the branch. Git pull. Really? Git reset head. Oops, I mean hard. Are there any submodules that I need to worry about? I should have made that bigger for everyone. Sorry. Git status. Oh. Okay. Really? It's not giving me a new Visual Studio Code. B, open folder. WLED. Open. I do not remember. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so we've got my FFT on there now, which doesn't look great. Visual Audio Reactive needs to be compiled in as a user mod. Okay, I got no idea how to do that. Hey Jishipu, how you doing? Oops, I didn't mean to do that, I meant to find. SVDev. A bit hard to explain in the chat, but your environment needs to have a -D user mod auto active in there. Okay, yeah, I understand that. So can't I just use the generic ESP32 S3? I mean, I could just make my own for now. Div key, Omega Flash, no PS RAM, don't want that one. That's the one I want, I think. Catch you later, Jerry. Thanks for joining. Yeah, the QSPR one. And that extends that. This whole extends thing is really annoying, because then where do I stick the -D stuff? Okay, so if I go here and I do, is it ESP32 S3, if I choose that one, which -D is it using? Using this common. So can I just add extra ones? Maybe I'll just do it here. Hey Dave, how you doing? -D. So what do I need to put? -D user mod.
Intermit Tech says I think so, yes, over there.
If I just put it there. I'm just hacking. I mean, I should make up a custom board, but so I should be able to build and deploy this. Maybe. Earthquake rumble. What? Where's there an earthquake? Loads of crap at work. Sorry to hear, Dave. Hey, Alison. Who else have I missed coming into chat? I said hi to Matt. Anyone else jumped in that I missed? Cable tie. John, I got. Okay. That's Taurus. Hello. Did I say hi to you? Okay, did not like that. Failed with what? No. Arduino FFT.h is not there. Do I need to add that in? Shouldn't that be part of it?
Intermit Tech says just run compile again.
Why? No, it's doing the same thing. That's why I do it. I'm just going to clean it and run it again. No. You'd not like it. You can't find Arduino FFT.
Peter Lawler says sudo make me another coffee.
Oh, please, I'd love that. So it's not picking up this dependency. Using customizer for library use of this user mod. Get user mod interactive for your platform environment, build flags, as well as... Right, so I have to add this manually to libdeps. So it doesn't do that automatically. Did that not pick that up? So need to clean it again. Oh wait, no, that won't work. I need to use the Platform IO registry version.
Intermit Tech says wrong place. Placing current environment.
Oh wait. Oh my god. Sorry. That's a good point. Oh. Gotta find it again. ESP32 S3 dev. Oh, this is a mess.
Captain Kirk says Cian, your droid is venting again.
My droid is venting. Oops. Went too far. Where's there a lib? Oh, here. Don't I need to use the Platform IO registry version? No, it's grabbing something. Oh, could not find remote branch to clone. No. So I need the Platform IO version. You know, from the registry. Platform IO registry. I need it from here. Oops. It might not be in it, this particular one. Yeah, so his isn't in here. So I know I can do it from Git, but it's not liking that. It's not liking it. Not found in upstream origin. No, the QSPI builds off this one. See, it extends that one. And there is no lib depths in here. So I'm doing it off this one.
Intermit Tech says look in lib depths for normal ESP32.
It's maybe it doesn't like it on the same line, but no. So it didn't like it on the same line. No way. That's BS. That is BS. So something to do with their parsing. Oh, that's garbage. Absolute garbage. Okay. I'm just gonna mute for a sec. Okay, serial output. Are we boot looping? We don't look to be boot
Peter
looping.
Lawler says John's face is BS.
What? We don't seem to be boot looping, but there's still no AP that has come up on my phone. Oh, now it has. Now it has. Do-do-do. Yay! Okay, so let's go back to here. Let's see if we can configure it. I've not used WLED in a very long time.
Peter Lawler says this coffee hasn't kicked in yet. I may be crossing the streams.
Wi-Fi setup. I'll do this off. Hang on. Scanning. Yep. It did not come up with any networks. Scan. Oh, it did. Wow. So I did scan. It did scan and nothing happened. And this was empty, this drop down. And I clicked on it and it came up saying it was empty and I let go of it and then it populated after I clicked on it. Weird. Putting my password in. Hopefully I got it right. Okay, so maybe it worked, but I need to configure it, right? So, total LEDs. Wait, where do I set up the LEDs? Oh, it's still in captive. What? Okay, hang on.
Intermit text as if still in app mode.
Yep, I
It did
saw.
not connect to your Wi-Fi.
I might have entered my password wrong. I'm doing it slower this time. Okay, it seems to have connected that time because it chucked me out. So how do I connect to it now? Or do I need the WLED app? I don't know what IP address it's got. So, I guess I can get on my, go have a look. Yeah, really? Can I just not type in WLED.local? Will that work? No, that doesn't seem to use. Well, it's not working. It's not connecting to it. Let me go to my router. Devices, Wi-Fi, WLED 1.250. I can do this on my Mac, can't I? There we go. Okay. So we have got WLED here now. Woohoo! So, how do I set up? Config. LED preferences? No. Oh, hardware setup.
Intermit text as in LED preferences. Scroll down, winking face.
Yep. Start 0, length 81. GPIO is. Oh, really? Hang on. I need to piss this off. Grammarly crap. I think it's. Oops. I think it's. Is it 6? And where do I set the I/O for power? Because I've got separate power.
Intermit text as relayed PO right there.
Relay GPO. Sorry, must have missed it. Relay GPO. So do I save this? I think it's 5 and 6. Now I better check. LED pin is 6. Oops. LED pin, yeah, is 6. And okay, that doesn't seem to back. Yeah, that didn't work. This should be RGB. I think they're RGB. Anyone? Okay, let me just 6. LED is 6 and yeah, an output. Relay GPO 5.
Dutch Taurus says reverse relay pin.
Why though? Shouldn't need. No. length 6. Use WLED. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That should be working. I'll have to work out what they are later. Anyone got any idea? 2D configuration. Power button on and off. Where's the off? Oh, there we go. Power button on and off. And now it's working. Clearly the color's not right. So they must not be green, blue. Hey Dead Shaker. Okay, so now we need to I want to get the audio reactive stuff going. So config. Hey Christos, how you doing? Okay, user mods. So SDA, SDL, audio reactive enabled. Have to be generic, I guess. And the pins I need are so data is 4. Oh my god, what am I doing? WS is 2. Clock is 3. I don't know what any of these are. Save. So how do I put it in audio reactive mode? There's fire. So should I set it up as a matrix? Or dancing shadows. How do I know if they're audio reactive or not? Oh, because of the audio, right? An audio symbol. Hello. Dup dup dup. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, that's not working. So user mods enabled. Maybe it doesn't like generic. Make sure I got those right. 3 is VLC, 2 and 4. 3, 2 and 4.
Intermit Tech says after changing those settings, reboot.
As in power off and power on, or actually reboot? Is there, like, how do I info reboot? Reboot, okay. Wow. Grinder, I'd be lost if you weren't here. Totally lost. Hello? Oh, it's working. That's really sensitive. That's really sensitive. What's the... Da da da. Da da. Okay. Need something that's... Okay, I'm going to have to set this up as a matrix. Yeah, I know you do this stuff all the time. And I don't. That's the point. That's the point. Point, 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 point. Okay, that looks kind of nice. So should I set this up as a matrix with the 2D configuration? Or leave it as 1D strip? I feel like I want to do a top left orientation, horizontal. It's not serpentine, and it's 9 by 9. Save. Okay. Yeah, it's not too sensitive, I'm just too loud. Hello? Hey, hello. Maybe.
John Clayton says reminds me of Star Trek.
Da, 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 da. But that's a weird one. I need to find something that looks cool. What's colored? Oh, that's just a matrix one. Okay, so the icon, that's a matrix icon. Crazy bees. They're just flying around. DJ light. But not very effective on a small thing. It still looks pretty cool. Frequency map. No. Frequency pixels. That's kind of cute.
Rick the Almighty says use the filter at the bottom of the list.
Fade rate and starting color and pixels. Oh, the filter. Right. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right. So these are... Boo. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe. Noise move. Chaotic. Funky plank. Okay. Not as many effects as I thought there'd be. That's okay. Blurs. That's kind of nice. Maybe. See, that's way less sensitive than some of these other ones. These ones are more sensitive. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I guess I need to set up a board definition for this and submit it, or not really? So are there matrix effects that also have audio? That one there. Okay. Yep, there is. But they've got a different audio thing. Okay. Whoa, that's gone. look at the camera trying to keep up with that. That is nuts. Hang on. The camera just can't. The exposure. It's just blowing. When it's off and then when it goes on. That's crazy. Swirl. Oh, what happened to my filter? I want that one, and oh, I can't do both? Right, I can only do one filter at a time. That sucks. Anyway, I'm just wasting time now. See, that looks much nicer than my FFT. Don't you think?
John Clayton says what are you pricing this at? It's kind of cool.
I don't know yet. Sorry, you came in later than that discussion. I still have to work that out. I've started putting kits together. Oh, you can't really see that. I've started putting kits, getting kits ready, but I don't know yet. I have some problems to solve with cutting all the acrylic pieces first. And once I've sorted that out, I'll work it out.
Aaron Knox says, can we see it side on seeing? Maybe hold it up on the other
Yep.
camera view.
No, you can just see, or we can see it like this, although focus. So the camera obviously wrecks it. Hang on, let me just go to here. It's yeah, obviously from the side you can still see some color, but it becomes less obvious what's happening. I'm trying to work out which way to hold. Here we go. It starts from that side. So obviously the top is where it really lights because of the light shining up.
John Clayton says, my CO2 laser isn't working to cut acrylic.
Yeah, the issue I've got is that the flame blowout when it's cutting leaves a lot of pieces dirty, and I'm having to hand wash every piece at the moment, which is not practical. So yeah, it's obviously, it depends on how light it is in the room, and you can't really see what the pattern is from the side. If I choose something that's changing all the time.
Aaron Knox says, looks awesome from that angled view.
Yeah, it does, and like it's quite bright in here right now. If I was to turn the lighting, let me turn the lights off. I mean, it's still light in here. I've got these skylights above me. So I have no lights turned on at all in here right now. But the skylights make it quite bright in here. But I need to find a different effect. Hang on. That makes it, there you go, like it's, yeah, so I mean it looks really cool from the side. And I guess technically it can be hung like this on a wall, I guess, or something. It definitely looks cooler from the top in terms of its vibrancy. I don't know how bright these pixels are set to right now. But that is pretty cool. My original one was symmetrical all the way around. This one unfortunately needs that lip at the front because of all the electronics that's on the front edge. Looks like an awesome sci-fi computer thing. Yeah, I didn't have any particular...
Aaron Knox says, I want a ceiling tiled with them.
Yeah, the problem is they'll all start falling out. I guess you could glue them. So I had some other ideas though, and I will experiment at some stage. I don't know when, but I want to do. Apart from the fact that we spoke about.
John Clayton says Bitlooney would make them connectable.
Well, he would try. He would make them connectable, but that's not obviously feasible for this. On my other stream, someone mentioned, and I already said that I thought about making them different heights, but that's too hard for me to laser cut and kit them up, to be honest. Like, it's trying to make sure I've got the right set of numbers. Like, I can't laser cut one kit at a time. That's just going to be impossible, and laser cutting multiple kits at a time means I won't be able to sort them. But I had some ideas of doing shapes that go into multiple LEDs. So if you think about like a bridge, right, where it goes into two of them, and so it can be lit from both ends, different colours. And then I've got some other ideas. I'm gonna have to wait and cut them up and show you, and before I can show you, I guess. Why are these ones staying on? I don't know what's going on there. Still trying to find a pattern that I like. Noise, move. Anyway, it needs motors so they move in ripples. Yeah, let's not overdo this at all. More feature creep. That's just what we need. Yay. Yeah, I've got some other ideas with some other type of shapes that could go in it. Anyway, let's overdo it. Well, I've already overdone it. Like I did update what's on here, hardware wise, but yeah, okay. I gotta work out how much it's gonna be. I'll get them in my store next week. As I said, I'm probably only gonna release 10 or so to start with. And we'll see how we go. I don't understand what the difference is between the ones with a note next to it and ones with a double note next to it. John's vodka's kicking in. No, they're not touch. There's no touch at all. It's not a touch device. It's just a display. You wouldn't be able to do touch on them. Don't know how. Anyway. Yeah, it's not my RGB Touch Mini. It's something different. I actually like that effect. I think that's the nicest one so far. Hang on, let me hold it up here. That's Swirl. That looks quite nice. So yeah. If I pull the center one out, I'm just curious. These are too thin. These are the, oops, not the right size. that didn't work. Yep, no, now there's a hole in it. Don't worry, I'm just piss farting around. Quaver and yeah, but I don't understand what it means, what the difference is. So, what's annoying with this, because of just the natural way, I think you can change the colors of the effects on the right hand side. Yeah, possibly. I'm not going to muck around with that right now. The WLED interface is super overwhelming when you haven't been in it for a while. So the problem with all this is just because of the way the laser cuts things. So a lot of these pieces, they will go in one way.
Aaron Knox says it feels like this should be your voice assistant's visual feedback pulsates when your voice assistant is speaking in the corner of the room.
Could be. So you see here that this piece won't go in, but when you turn it 90 degrees, it does go in. So when people are assembling them, it might get a bit frustrating, and just because the way the laser cuts things, so the squares of these on the corners are a tighter tolerance than they are in the middle. So, you know, a piece that might fit in the middle perfectly fine, like this, might not fit on a corner, but then again it might, right? So this one's much harder to get in there, or sometimes you have to flip it over that way, you know, so yeah. But every one of the pieces that I ship will fit. Adjust sensitivity. What am I adjusting sensitivity for? Where did I take that from? From there, okay. Gotta make sure I put the kids back together. Yeah, so that's, don't know what else to yeah, I was going to do some coding, but I think WLED was a better idea on this. That looks pretty cool. Like, there's no way I would have got these effects going FFT myself. Puddles. What is puddles? Oh, that's quite nice. Less pastel-y of the colours. Plasmoid. So I could just sit here for ages just going through all the different effects. Wow, that is bright. Bah! Plex wave. No. Noise meter. Nah. Ripple peak. Ooh, that's interesting. That's pretty chaotic. Matrix peak. Mid noise. Solid. There you go. Oh, actually, yeah. That's it doesn't do anything, does it? No. Anyway, I don't know which one to pick. Doesn't matter. There we go. I got nothing else. Not today. What I do have is a whole pile of boards I need to test and pack for Mauser. Which, yeah, I got.
Aaron Knox says real life Minecraft torch in fire mode.
Is there? I'm surprised there's not a fire. What's causing it to fit problem? Neither. Just inconsistency on laser cutting. I'm cutting large sheets, and when they get cut up, they just, you know, the tolerances of everything to do with the cutting is just a bit different. That's all. So just is what it is. You know, the thickness of the acrylic isn't guaranteed to be exactly perfect the whole way along. Slight deviation on the angle of the laser and the focal point and all sorts of stuff. 3D snake game. You could, I mean, there's an I2C port. You could connect an I2C based controller, and you could, yeah, do stuff with it. Yeah. Wow, this interface is really full on. It's lots of stuff. It's very powerful software. Way overkill for something like this. Just need a what? Just need a bit of base. Yeah, you could do a different one. I'll release the I'll put the DXF files for the acrylic stuff and the a step file for the case. I'll put those in GitHub when I release these. So if people want to kind of work out how to make their own, they can. But ultimately, I mean, you don't have to use my PCB, but all the functionality with the microphone and everything else is all on here. So, but you don't have to. Yeah. Okay, I am going to wrap this up because I don't really have much else to do on this. As I said, I've got 100 and something Feather S3s over there I need to inspect and separate and clean. And I've got so many stickers to stick on bags and cards to put in and pack. So many. It's my most favourite thing in the world to do. It's not that bad. I sit and watch YouTube, stick stickers. For every sticker I'm sticking on a bag and shipping, it's keeping me in business, so I'm not complaining. Does get a bit monotonous though, I have to say. A little bit Groundhog Day. Does it have hardware so it can be controlled by a wireless PS4? Yeah, it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Super chat!
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, your third super chat on Livestream. Awesome. Thanks, mate. You don't have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will go get a coffee after this. A very strong coffee. But wow, I can't believe you've done 3 super chats. That's very generous of you. That's a joke for everyone, because no matter how many Matt does, it still says 3. He's done like 8, but it still says 3. YouTube is broken. Anyway, Or maybe just for me it's broken. I don't know. Yes, Wagon Loads. It's got BLE. It's an SP32S3, so it's got BLE and Wi-Fi. So you could get a wireless controller going with it, sure. And you could also get multiple ones of these talking to each other through ESP Now, I guess. Although how you'd control them, I don't know. So, like, I thought this would be an interesting thing, that it could be like a Wi-Fi detection thing, like it could go red when there's no Wi-Fi, and it could be just a notification thing. You could, I don't know what you could do with it. Typical, it just looks cool. Typical, I make stuff and I have no idea what they're for, but it's about looking cool, and this definitely looks cool. So, yeah. Yeah. Not ready to show that. Catch you later, cable tie. Have a good day at work. Lots of them could be tiled. Yeah, they won't tile seamlessly. That was never my intent to get that going. But you could have lots of them around the place, all communicating, sure. And I guess, like, you know, maybe I could solve the whole cleaning the acrylic thing by making them really long stems. But, yeah, that would make each one very expensive. I need to see if I can source, I don't know if Lachlan's still around, I need to see if I can source cheaper acrylic, because these are like 11, they're $14 each plus shipping. Shipping was like $80 for the acrylic bundle I got, because it's really heavy. So, yeah, I'll work it out. I'll get them up on my store soon. I'll make them as cheap as I can. And maybe I'll have a tick option that says, I am willing to wash my own acrylic pieces. So if I don't have to wash them, I'll work something out. I don't know. Is that from buy in bulk for free shipping? No, it's from bulk acrylic. Acrylic Online didn't have the acrylic I wanted. And they're generally more expensive than the other place I use. I use a place in Adelaide called Bulk Acrylic. So, but look, there might be other places. I don't know. Like I wasn't gonna do the 4mm
John Clayton
stuff.
says acrylic is extruded or pressed, each cuts differently.
Yeah, well, this is all cast acrylic, not extruded acrylic. But yeah, there's a tolerance on each sheet, which I know is slightly different. But as I said, I wasn't going to do the 4mm. I was going to stick with the previous, the 3mm ones. But there's just too much warping on them. Like they just, you know, they don't sit straight enough, and I wanted them straighter, and I couldn't get them straight. No matter what I did, I couldn't get them straight enough. So, and then I needed new matte acrylic anyway, the black matte. And so while I was there, I actually, by fluke, found the 4mm. So yeah, it works really well. It definitely looks cool. Okay, I'm going. Thank you all for joining. Sorry again, there was no notifications from YouTube. I don't know why. I will... It's getting cold in here. Yeah, I'll catch you all next week. I don't know what I'm doing next week yet. I've got some stuff in the pipeline. We'll see how I go. May be ready, may not be ready. Yeah, we'll see. But, yeah. Bye. Thank you. And catch you all next week. Bye.